Another one. We come again. Another one. Who that? Amina. Honorable Apostle Peter Senzakaze. Banda. Lega ni vineko pangono. Kumanda kulipori. Nimweleko pangono. Zanga ine. Kumanda kulipori. Nichirize patoto. Tiala bane. Kumanda kulipori. Bene nikari kupe. Marika kensamwe. Kumanda kulipori. Logo ni fulano ndombolo. Vaneri verereni. Kumanda kulipori. Nipulake mumatika. Doge. Kumanda kulipori. Jisankale chiri. Tiwale koma presa. Kumanda kulipori. Aya zungu zungu ya mfwe. Kumanda kulipori. Kumanda kuli silence. Munga ni mukoti kesi.
Waya Wamwamo vikatasu wafakamona chibuku bwelo fake mona botro kai wafuta wamwamo vikatasu wafakamona chibuku bwelo fake mona mosi kai washupa wamwamo sheki sheki wafakamona chiniko bwelo fake mona whisky kai wafuta wamwamo sheki sheki wafakamona chiniko bwelo fake mona brandy iwe wafuta wamwamo kasolaka wafakamona marulo bwelo fake mona vodka yelo wafuta wamwamo kasolaka wafakamo amarulo bwelo fake mona vodka sister wafuta usamwalila iwe usafa mwamusanga shkuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho usamwalila man usafa mwamusanga shkuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho ona mkazi unapisha na vana si usunga nango kani za vitani ulipenzelo mkazi unapisha na vana si usunga nango kani za vitani ulipenzelo ati banjo na ibala na makolo si ukumbuka ndiwe mwamuna wa pwanji ulipenzelo banjo na ibala na makolo si ukumbuka ndiwe mwamuna wa pwanji ulipenzelo nyumbo na kulisa vyavose unaponya nimoba wa pwanji ulipenzelo nyumbo na kulisa vyavose unaponya nanga nimoba wa pwanji ulipenzelo uzamwalila man usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho uzamwalila man usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho ona kasote wataya jakete wagulisa moba wachani ulipenzelo asote wataya takete wagulisa nango kaniza vichani ulipenzelu atishati wagulisa beruti mukaroba nanga chani chititika ine na dabwa shati wagulisa beruti mukaroba nanga chani chititika ine na dabwa ati toloshi wagulisa kusala na bombasa nanga yo kalukuganiza ine na yopa toloshi wagulisa kusala na bombasa nango kalikuganiza ine na yopa uzamwalila man uzafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho uzamwalila man uzafa mwamusanga chuka bimobasi ufanika kuvimwa choncho wamwamo vikatasu wafakamona chiuku bwelo fake mona botro kai wafuta wamwamo vikatasu wafakamo sheki sheki bwelo fake mona mosi kai wafuta wamwamo vichinika wafakamo tachi polo polo kai iwe wafuta wamwamo polo polo wafakamo na chiniko bwelo fake mona brandy iwe wafuta wamwamo kasolaka wafakamo na marulo bwelo fake mona brandy kero wafuta wamwamo kasolaka wafakamo amarulo bwelo fake mona vodka sister wafuta usamwalila iwe usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho usamwalila man usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho ona mukazi unapisha na vana si usunga nango ganiza vitani ulipenzelo mukazi unapisha na vivana si usunga nanga chukanza vitani ulipenzelo ati banjo na ibala na makolo si ukumbuka ndiwe mwamuna wa buwani ulipenzelo ati mwe banjo na ibala na makolo si ukumbuka nanga ndiwe mwamuna wa nzani ulipenzelo nyumbo na kulisa yaponse unaponya nanga moba wa buwani ulipenzelo ati nyumbo na kulisa na pia unaponya nanga ni moba wa buwani ulipenzelo uzamwalila iwe usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho uzamwalila man usafa mwamusanga chuka mobasi ufanika kuumwa choncho
A lovely good evening. It's a Thursday and we are back again right here on Ubuntu channel with PaNsaka. And today we are looking at a very exciting topic. It's more of a continuation from last week's program that we were looking at married women and alcohol. But for tonight, we are looking at married men and alcohol. And as usual, we do have our counselor, that is Evangelist Heerbert Shabula. Evangelist, good evening and welcome to Ubuntu channel.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Evangelist. I hope you've had a wonderful day. How's been the day?
It was great. And it's good this evening again.
Well, okay, thank you. Himba has sent apologies. She says she'll be joining in a bit late. She's attending to one or two commitments, but she'll be with us in studio as we go on. So, viewers, like I said, tonight we are looking at married men and alcohol. And let me just re-emphasize is that this program is meant for adults only. If there's anyone who's below the age of 18, ngati kuli mwana pafupi, please mchose on, because sometimes language emetumasebenzesa siri mushe kuli vachichepere. So this program is for people above the age of 18. Make sure we only have the right people listening and watching this program, because some of the content is sensitive. And having said that, make sure you share this broadcast. Click on the like or the heart button there so that we can interact. Do send a comment in the comment section and we'll interact through that. And as we go on, the studio link will be shared so that you can come into the studio and make your comments or your questions as well as contributions so that we can get the conversation going. Right about now, let me just bring in Evangelist so that he can set the ball rolling. Evangelist, over to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, colleagues, you remember that last week we dealt with the issue of alcohol and women. For women, that is married women and alcohol. We found out that it was not good for women to take alcohol, but we are not careful that they are supposed to take alcohol. What we said is that it has side effects which women take into consideration before they can into the habit of
okay. Sorry, Evangelist, sorry for interrupting you. I just need IT to look into the connectivity because it's not very clear at the moment. So just hold on. Viewers, let us just go on a short break so that IT can work into the connection so that we're able to get Evangelist clearly. So let us just go on a short break, and after that, we can get back with our conversation for tonight.
Globally, 85% of infertility is because of infections, typically the chlamydia and the gonorrhea.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Since I've been mentioned, I can react to what comment Chinda just
yes.
said.
I haven't finished my point.
Remember,
Now, let me finish my point so that my brother can.
Does the Patriotic Front know the kind of damage they have done to our economy and to our country? I do not.
The alleged abduction of Pamela Chisupa, and this case has really kept us on our toes. And as much as
nobody has been acquitted from this new dawn administration cases that have been started. There's nobody that has been acquitted. Okay?
CJ.
Very much. We are back again. I hope this time we're going to have a clear connection with Evangelist Shabula. Evangelist, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is much, much better. Sorry for that interruption. You can continue.
Yes. What I was saying that last week we were looking at married women with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Married women who drink alcohol. In that episode, we indicated to you that alcohol was actually not good for married women,
Mm-hmm.
with so many reasons that were given.
Yes.
But we did not put a rule that you should not drink. It is their choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this week we are looking at married men with alcohol,
Yes. Uh-huh.
or married men and alcohol. Now, in this program tonight, we are looking at men that are married and the alcohol which they drink. Now, again, I would like to start with a Bible quotation from the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 1, which says, it is not wise to drink alcohol, because alcohol is a mocker. Whoever is found is not wise.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody is not wise, then he is foolish. That's what the Bible says. Now, with that quotation, I would like to say that, God understands the body of a human being, because it is God who created the body, and he understands it better. Now, beer has got so many disadvantages, especially for married men. One of the disadvantages, or the following are the disadvantages. When you take beer, you are actually spending money, family finances, on alcohol for you to drink with your colleagues, not with your family members. Sometimes, of course, you may drink with your family members, but you must understand that alcohol does not fall in the category of food. And therefore, when you buy beer, you are not buying food. You are buying alcohol. And so you are spending money on things that are non-food, things that does not add up to your body for you to profit anything. So meaning that, when you buy beers, you are spending money on things that does not add anything back to your life. Number two, beer takes away your income, your money. Beer or alcohol also takes away your dignity. When you are drunk, you will not be the same. Your central nervous system is affected. When I talk of the central nervous system, I'm talking about the veins, the arteries, the muscles, the bones, things that are connected to your head, from head to your feet. So when it's affected, it means that your body will be weak. Your muscles will be weak. Because your muscles is weak, you will not be strong enough to stand on your own. You'll be able to walk straight. You'll be drowsy. You'll be drowsy, meaning that you will be drunk. As you'll be drunk, you will not be able to stand straight and walk straight, and therefore you are liable to fall in, injuring yourself. If you are properly dressed, you will wallow in the mud, wallow in the sand, wallow in the dirt, because your body is not able to stand on its own. The other issue which you must understand is that when you are drunk, your judgment is affected. Your judgment is affected. You will not be able to think properly because you are in a state of stupor, a state of not reasoning properly, a state of drowsiness. So you cannot be able to judge properly. If you are driving, you must understand that you are likely to cause an accident. In fact, alcohol or beer is among the root cause of many, many accidents, fatal accidents, where people have lost their lives and the vehicles also damaged, or maybe other property owned by other people damaged. Reason is because of intoxication of beer or alcohol. So beer has got a negative impact on the mind of a man. Now, as a man, beer can affect you in terms of judgment. Your thinking capacity will go down. You will not be able to think properly because your brain is weak. Now, sometimes because of the same, you will fail to go for work. You will not be able to go for work. In other words, the absenteeism will go up. You will not be able to work. Because you are not able to work, it means that you will not be able to get enough money for the family, because the money will be deducted from your salary because you were absent. The other reason is that because of absenteeism, you can be fired and lose your job. Sometimes because of drunkenness, you will find that if you are working on the machine, you will have accidents. You will be involved in an accident, and sometimes you will die as a result of that accident. Or you will lose certain parts of your body, maybe it's the finger or the hand, or anything that can destroy your body, or harm your body, or injure your body. The other reason which you must understand is that when you are drinking, you come back home in a drunken state, you may fail to function as a husband. Now, what do I mean? This is in the bedroom. In the bedroom, you will not be able to function properly because your mind is weak and the whole nervous system is also weak. So you'll not be able to perform correctly and produce proper children. The other issue is that your sperm will be affected. Your sperms will be affected. As a result, it will be watery, and you will not be able to produce the right amount of sperms in order for you to be able to pregnant your wife. So all these are problems that come as a result of drinking. The other issue is the fights and quarrels. When people are drunk, a husband is drunk, in most cases you begin to see strange things in his eyes and hear strange sounds, which will lead into quarrels and fights. A lot of men, they will fought their wives or beating their wives to the point of killing them because they are under the influence of alcohol. They do not know, even when the wife is crying, is asking for help, and she said, no, you've hurt me, you are killing me, the man will continue beating or strangling the wife or just, shoot the wife or do anything that can take away the life of the woman as a result of the influence of beer. So it does not help. The other point is that sometimes you find that the children fail to go to school because the money that was the money received from the place of work went into beer. So the children cannot go to school. That is a setback. And sometimes you find that there's no food. Sometimes not even electricity paid for. Sometimes not even the rentals paid for. And so on and so forth. So beer is a problem. There's nowhere where we read that beer is given, we should drink it so that something good can come out of it. There's nothing like that. So we should not confuse beer with what Paul says, for the sake of your stomach, take a little bit of beer. Now, that was at the time when somebody is sick. It comes as a prescription. We must distinguish the difference between a prescription where you take a bit of alcohol, which is well measured in those tablets, or in the liquids. So we should make a difference because that one is measured in order to treat that particular ailment and not for you to get drunk. So we should not give that example. The other thing that we must understand here is that beer, if you go back to the history of beer, beer was taken by elderly people, those who were waiting to die. So they would take beer and drink it in order for them to warm up, in order for them to cheer up. That was one of the reasons. The other reason was actually during wars, ancient wars, in 12th century, 15th century, the time when people are going for war on horses, or maybe just on foot, it was used as a celebration. After they've won, they've conquered, then they would take beer and drink it so that they could celebrate. It was for a purpose. It was not, they were not drinking anyhow, anytime, as the case now. So the issue of beer is an issue which we should stay away from because it does not add any value to your life. Also, it even takes you away from the family. You spend a lot of hours in the tavern, a lot of hours in the bar, a lot of hours from your family, and you spend a lot of money. So it does not add any value to us. And instead of chatting with your wife and your family members, you are forced by beer to chat with the colleagues, with the neighbors, with the people you don't know. You begin embracing them and spending money on them. Is there wisdom in doing so? No, not at all. So, men, I want you to understand that in most cases, when you perform sexual act when you are drunk, the act is very foolish because you be doing the unexpected. Sometimes when you're on top of your leg, you end up sleeping on her body. When you're supposed to be performing it, but you are going to Wasira. So that's an embarrassment. As I put it, I'll repeat. In most cases, you will find that your own sperm will be affected because of alcohol, and the quality of sperm that will come out so
amankara yokolewa na eve.
So as a result, isifuni chifukwa yamerefunika sipemu yamerefunika kufunika jamamina mamina yamenefunika noti yamazi yamisodi moment yako kudayo we don't want that kufunika yamamina mamina. So having said that, I just want to say that it does not profit anybody to drink any beer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to discourage you from taking alcohol because it does not add any value. So, I would like to hear from you concerning what I've said, concerning my presentation. God bless you, men, as you choose either to continue drinking, spend money with the prostitutes, spend money with the other people, spend time with the other people, get involved in the accident, begin fighting with your wife, and they take away all your money from your family, and they fail to pay rentals, fail to pay electricity, fail to pay school fees, fail to pay your debts and all your obligations. And then from there, fail even to have a child because of your non-performance. The choice is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Evangelist. Thank you for those submissions. We are joined by Mr. Abia Nyurenda. Mr. Abia, welcome to Ubuntu Channel. Good evening.
Good evening, CJ. Good evening, Evangelist Shabula, and good evening to the viewers.
Great to have you, Mr. Abia. Please go ahead with your submissions on this topic.
All right, thank you. You know, one thing is that if you are a married man and if you're a married man and something like beer is disturbing in your marriage, then it is a problem.
Okay. Okay, we seem to have lost Mr. Abia there. Okay. You know, last week, every time that
okay, so
okay,
am I clear?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Am I clear now?
Yes, you are,
all
Mr.
Right,
Abia. You can
so,
go ahead.
All right. So I was saying, if you're a married man and beer is disturbing your marriage, that's know that beer is not the right thing for you because it is a disturber in your marriage. So if you are taking beer, when you take beer, you reach home, your children sees you as their enemy. Then beer is not the right thing for you. If you are drinking beer, when you reach home, your wife is not a better friend. Just know that beer is not a good thing for you. So, most of the things, when we are taking beer, we should also think of others. How do my wife view beer? How do my children view beer? Then, is beer helping me to be a responsible husband, to take care of my responsibilities at home? If beer doesn't bring any problem at your own house, at your own home, then you are a peace man. Then it's fine for you because beer doesn't disturb all the activities at your home. Remember one thing, drinking is not a problem, but be a drunkard is a problem. So when you are a drunkard, you are disturbing things at home, then beer is not a good friend for you. Find some good friend in order for you to be healthy. Because some of these married men, they become drunkard and beer addict just because of friends they have at work or friends they interact with. So this category, we call it a group influence. So they are influencing this man to be a drunkard. And then when he drink beer, when he reach home, in home there is no peace. So if you are in such a situation, just know that beer is not a good friend for you. Please find another friend for you. So don't be a drunkard. Be a drinker. Yeah, be a drunkard is a problem. It's a sin. Yeah, drinking with a limit, isn't it? Yeah, because CJ, even Ishima that we eat, when you eat too much Ishima, it becomes a sin. When you eat too much Ishima, the same Ishima we know, when you eat too much, it's a sin. There is a level where you know that 2 lamps is enough for me, 3 lamps is enough for me, but when you eat 4 or 5, it will bring problem for you, then it's a sin. So the same applies to beer. When you drink too much, you become a drunkard. So drink with responsibly. I'll stop from here, CJ.
Thank you. Atim Wasadezeri. Okay. We are joined by Mr. Mkelebai. Mkelebai, welcome to Ubuntu channel and good evening.
Jay, good evening, Shabula, Evangelist. Good evening, Zambia. I mean, Ambia.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
I hope everyone is okay and on with the topic.
Yes.
Yes, CJ, you want me to say something?
Yes, just as you come on, please, we need you to fire your shots on this one. Last week, we couldn't stop you. Each time you wanted to take a jab at the men. So give your open remarks in relation to today's topic. And we're talking about married men and alcohol.
Well, married men and alcohol. Is it a good thing or it's a bad thing? Yes. Like I heard from Ambia, who was saying too much of everything is bad. When you take this alcohol in moderate, you do not become a drunkard. Then you are actually within your norms and you are protecting you're going to protect your marriage. However, most men, married men, when they become, when they overdo it, they become drunkards. Then we see a lot of negatives that this drinking beer brings to a couple. One, you will have a very, very low libido, meaning no desires to have, the sexual desires will actually be cut down, especially when you are getting older. You will find that you will be developing your belly. That's why you find that most people that drink a lot, beers, you see that, and they don't exercise, they have pot bellies. And once you become so fat on your belly, there is a problem when it comes to bedroom issues. You will be failing to perform like you were supposed to when you were a teenager or when you were young, when you were not alcoholic. But the moment you become drunk all the time, and you will disturb, you won't even be in the mood. You won't even have the feelings, or you won't even feel those feelings that you're supposed to enjoy and feel good to your partner. The other thing is your partner will also be unable to hold you or rather kiss you because you smell like a toilet. You smell like, just the smell of a beer from someone that has been drinking, and that person comes and wants to hug you, wants to kiss you, wants to talk so close to you. Just that smell, it kills the sexual desires or the need to be so close to someone that has been drinking. So the beers come with its own negative issues. It has the positive side when you take it in a very moderate. And if you are doing it, for example, together with your wife, you're having a glass of wine, just one glass, and just to put yourselves in a mood to make things work, that way you can, yes, definitely have that, especially when it's working in your favor in that area, the sexual area. So, yes, if we bring in the Bible, Christian values or religion, we cannot even go there because the Bible simply forbids us. It is not allowed to spoil our body, to intoxicate ourselves with illicit breweries or beers. It is a sin. It is written in the Bible. So the choice really is on you, an adult, that do you want to take a chance? Do you want to go indoors to take all the negative things? Do you want to go through those things? Are you ready to fix, or rather to welcome those challenges that comes with the beer drinking? So when we tell the young generation to say, do not indulge yourselves in drinking, it's because we know that the beer drinking has a lot of disadvantages and very little advantage. So when something is a lot of disadvantages are on the table, so we always tell people, do not go that way. You'd rather be sober and lead a Christ-like life, or rather be sober so that you don't destroy your home. Many marriages have ended because a partner has been drinking too much. So it is important that as we speak to this topic, we look at the heavy. We put this topic on the scale, and when it's so heavier on the aspect of the negatives are too heavier than the positive, then let's hold on. Let's apply the democratic principles that the majority wins. So if the disadvantages are so heavier and there are many, so let's vote and let's take that and say, hey, it's not a good thing to go about beer, and tell the new generation, if you want to keep homes, marriages, do not indulge yourself in illicit activities and alcohol. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mkelebai. Let me get back to evangelist. Practically, we see alcohol consumption to be at a very high level. People will knock off from the office, go to their clubs, and they'll be drinking up to whatever time, and then that's when they go home. This is very common. Okay, and I would say with beer drinking, it's not even a thing of just the high class or whatever. Even mumageto and whatever, people go mumabao, they'll be drinking up to whatever. Now, this thing is rampant. Are you saying there are no people that drink and are very responsible, they run their homes very well, everything is on point, it's good? Okay, evangelist, I would like you to comment on this one before I throw it to the others. Evangelist. Okay, I'll bring in Mr. Abia. Seems evangelist seems not to be available at the moment. Mr. Abia.
Yes, CJ.
kumwa uku kuli very rampant. Almost everywhere you go, you find it's a thing that is going on. Is it that kulibe? Is it possible that kungankale muntu amene akumwa and then are responsible vonse vintu pa nyumba vile musho? Because drinking by men is very rampant. Yes, your comment on that one.
CJ, to tell you the truth, people are there who drink thereafter. Everything at home is well. CJ, to tell you the truth, myself, I take beer.
Okay.
I take beer myself. But the beer that I take doesn't bring a problem at my home, at my friends. Yes, because I don't take beer as a daily cloth for me. No, I just do take them once in a while when I want to be happy together with the family. Yes, I do. Then you won't find me in those clubs and the bars. You won't.
Okay.
Yes, I only buy it beer, take it home. You drink together with my wife. Then we celebrate together. Then we enjoy together. Thereafter we are done. But when we drink today, we are not going to drink tomorrow because it's not our habit to drink each and every day. Okay? So I'm saying this because I want to tell you that responsible men who drink beer and all is well at home, they are there. And I'm one of them. So, yes. So,
madam.
all right, it's that and she's far. I could have called her. So the thing is this: when you are a responsible man, know your value, know your limit, know your goals. You know, CJ, when we are working, we are start off the year at first January, right?
1st January, yes.
A person sit down and have say a goal. What I want to achieve this year is this and this and this. You see that, right? Then we will focus on those that we want to achieve. So it's the same applies to a man who is responsible at home. When he's taking beer, he must also think about his goals, of his family goals, and the responsibility he has at home. If you are forgetting that, then you are a bad husband or you are a bad man. So we need to be responsible. If you know that you don't know your limit, stop drinking. If you know that beer brings problem at your home, stop it. If you know that your friends are the one influencing you to be a drunkard, cut the friendship. You see that, CJ? This is the only way we can overcome these situations where you don't have money, you have money, you are going at bars and nightclubs. What are you going to do there? You don't have money. And even if you have money, are you sure you want to find yourself there to do what? So it's a question that each and every individual should ask and see the benefit from this. So if you are not seeing any benefit from out of it, then why are you going there? To do what? If you are the only one at the family, you have 4 children, a wife, it's only you taking beer. Okay, when you take beer, when you reach home, how do those family members of yours, children of yours, a wife of yours, how do they view? To just say they leave remote and TVs for you, then they go to their bedrooms. Just know that you are a problem. Why are they scared from you? Why are they leaving you? Why they let you to sit all alone at the city there? Because of what I said, when you drink beer, others are not drink. You know, the smelling of beer is too bad for them. So they will run away from you just because to avoid those smelling kajakoipa. You see that, CJ? Yes. So it becomes a problem. So it's better if beer is not giving you peace. Please stop. If beer is making others not to feel impressed with you, not feel comfortable with you, better stop it. So that a normal man who doesn't think of himself all alone, no, he thinks about his family members and his wife also. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, Mr. Abia. Evangelist.
Yes.
Okay, great. So,
CJ, we are not looking at a particular person, how they drink, how they behave, what they do when they drink, what they don't do when they drink. Here we are giving general counsel, general advice, that if you do not want the trouble from taking beer, the best thing that you could do is to avoid it by not even trying. You know what? One can drink just a bit, not enough to destroy himself. But you must know that those who are drunkards, the drunkards, they are
alcoholics. Yes.
They started with one thought. They started with one spoon of beer or alcohol. Then they multiplied it by 2. Then multiplied it by 3. And multiplied it by 10. Then they multiplied that number by 100 to reach the level where they are. Drunkards are not born. Drunkards are made. Drunkards do not start with the one plate. They start with a sip of beer, and they begin to improve on that sip until the whole bottle is gone. They will begin to feel bitter, that the beer is bitter, until it turns into sweet. And when it turns into sweet, it will turn also against them and begin to dictate to them how to handle their money, how to relate to their family members, how to handle work as a result of beer. So in this where we are seated here, we are trying by all means to educate ourselves on the dangers of beginning to drink alcohol as a husband in your home. The repercussions are serious. The results of drinking beer are very, very serious. Because you may be buying food, even when you drink beer, you may be paying your rentals. You may be paying school fees. You may be doing all those things. And when you look at what you are doing, you will say, all is okay. Everything is okay. I don't do what my neighbor is doing. But you must know that beer is not good for your health. You will suffer from liver problem. You will suffer from a disease called cirrhosis. This is a disease that will affect your liver. And when your liver is affected, it means a lot of systems will shut down. This is a person who buys, food for the children, and he pays school fees, and pays rentals, and does not fight his family, he does not insult his neighbors. He is always a good man. But this good man can begin to suffer from a disease called cirrhosis and be affected by the beers, and in the end die. A good man dies because of beer, something that can be avoided. Not only that, when you get to 20, you can be involved in an accident. And when you say you drink, moderately, I always ask the question, how much is moderate? And how much do you drink, or what is the quantity for you to measure to say, this is moderate? When you start with moderation, but you are going to improve. You must know that you will definitely improve one day. In other words, you begin to get worse and worse until you reach alcoholism. So the issue is not about how much you are drinking and how much you are supporting the family. It is in starting. Do not start, not even a sip, because you will not know where you will land. You will not know how far that beer will take you. So the best thing is to avoid it. Because beer, if you say it to make you happy, it means you have got a bad marriage. That marriage, it cannot be sorted out by beer. If you say, no, I want to be happy, it means that you don't know where to go for you to be happy. You are going to wrong places. Beer does not solve your problems, as I put it last week. Beer increases your problems. Beer is like a floater, as I put it last time. It will sink your problems down into your head. Immediately the beer finishes, or you regain conscious from a bout of beer. The problem will emerge and just come up, and this time in thousands to attack you. You borrowed money, you drank beer, you counted somebody, you didn't even go for work, and you did not pay for electricity. So it is a chain of problems and difficulties. My counsel is, it is not worthy for anybody to start drinking beer. Of course, it is your choice. It is your choice. But in your choice, make sure that you don't train your children to be drunkards. Because your children will be seeing, even if you are drinking at home, the children will be seeing you drink, and then they also learn. You don't know where you are taking your children and how far they will go with the beers. Maybe you yourself are able to control yourself, but how about your children? So whatever we do, we must be cautious that there is somebody who is emulating us. Somebody somewhere is learning our habits. So the question is, what habits are we planting in the mind and in the lives of our family members, and in the family, and also among our with their neighbors in the community in which we are living in? So the issue is drinking beer may not be the best for you. You may drink, but it may not be the best for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Evangelist. Bom Kelabai, let me have your input on this one in terms of men drinking as well as being responsible.
Thank you so much. Well, what can I say? We have people that are well responsible enough, people that have
Bom Kelabai.
through their life. I can give you an example of His Excellent Edgar Changwalungu. He became president, but this is the man that has been drinking. He drinks, and I agree. I drink too. But Edgar Changwalungu has been drinking, going out to his friends and have fun, but he has been drinking responsibly. And we even chose him to be the president of the republic, and that's the highest position one can ever have in the land. And we have so many successful businessmen. We have so much successful people, individuals out there that are doing well in their home dwellings and their business. They are hardworking people, and they actually consume alcohol, but they do it responsibly. So what we should do is, let us give information to the people. Today we have technology. People have been given information about the do's and don'ts, the negatives and the positives. And when a young generation reaches a majority age, where where we as adults have no choice, have no control, and can no longer dictate, they have, with the information on their fingertips about the negatives and the positives of the alcohol, they make a decision themselves on how to go about it. I remember my father used to talk to me. He never either shouted at me, he never even used to beat me or do something, but what he would do is he would simply use certain words. Giving an example, when I was young at your age, there was so many peer pressure, and most of my friends, they decided to venture into alcohol, others into drugs, and guess what? And this is what happened. This is what happened. And look at how I came out. I avoided this, and I managed to be where I am today because I did not. It is such information. You don't have to whip. You don't have to beat your children to say, do not do this. Do not. You don't have to force. Give them information. Talk to them as though you are Muleshimiko Tushimi, Munganda na Mwikala. Talk to your kids as though you are giving them information so that they themselves when they reach the majority age, will make a decision based on what you have informed them and what they have learned through, of course, today, my gadgets, they can Google, they can do whatever, they can find out all the information. But what it is, do not impose. It's like what we see in the religion people, the religious people, they always want to impose and then tell you that these are the dangers and this is how you're going to die, you're going to do this. They will just instill fear in you that if you do it, now you have committed a big sin, you are going to hell. When you do that, actually human beings, they work on your psychology. When you tell them not to do things and tell them the negative, they are going to do exactly what you are telling them not to do. And that's why you find even politicians today, they come to you and tell, vote for us, we are not going to steal, we are not going to do anything, we are the perfect people. But because you have been telling them, they've been telling you about the positive and the negative side of stealing, and that's when they come into power, they do exactly what they were trying not to do. That way, refusing never to do. So it is just a human nature. So let us give information to our children or to the young generation about the negative, the dangers of indulging oneself in illicit alcohol or alcohol beverages. And also we can tell them you can still do the same thing, but if you choose to do it, here are the dangers. And now it is up to that individual to take up those little pieces and decide. I gave an example of my father telling me those things. I was even scared myself. I remember when I was in high school, my friends would call me, Iwe, Nishu kupwalala. I was even, I remember when I was the boarding school, I was even the prefect, one of the vice head boy. My friends were telling me, Iwe, come, let's smoke ganja. To a large extent, we know we'll perform very well in mathematics. Let's do this. I'm a girls. My father would even joke with me too. If you start sleeping around with these young girls, I'm telling you, your hair will turn into like a baby. And you'll be, like at HIV, and you would say it mumapinda filia in a very nice way. And then at one time even joked to say, he said it in laws, it say alulati kuliamo kayota mukale kunyela nyela inge sipato ati wamba kunya monga a duck, you know duck mwamini ima nyela vija. You know, it is those small little phrases that really made me, when I was in high school, I remember very well, I was even scared to approach the girls because I could remember my father's small little details, those messages that he was giving me in a nice way. So what I'm saying is, TNT Pasevantu information, yes. But ngati vatenga choice yo kumwa. TNT Bauze, it's not a very bad thing that you have started doing that, but there are these issues that you need to understand. If you continue, you may actually be addicted to this, and this might destroy mnyumba chikwati. Things can happen this way and that way, and that's what I can say for now. Otherwise, Mova, there are so many people that drink and have a very happy marriage and happy life and very successful. Even go to church and preach in front of the altar and preach the word of God. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Thank you. So now, Evangelist, last week we had the number of complaints. Yes, Evangelist. Yes, Evangelist. Yes, please.
I want to say this. I want to say this. In this session, we are looking at the alcohol.
Yes.
And the married men in families, men that are married.
Yes.
What are we talking about? We are talking about the dangers. We are also looking at the advantages. In other words, the advantages and disadvantages of a married man taking alcohol during the life of his marriage. Now, we know there are so many people that drink beer. Just like in the Bible. During the time of Noah, there were so many people who were committing who were in sin and who perished. But that does not make them right because there was majority. Only few people were saved. In the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, there were a lot of people who were staying in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
But only 3 people survived. So we are not looking at the who drinks and their achievements. No. They can achieve. They can be good leaders. They can be good engineers. They can be good doctors. And yet drinking. They can. But what we are looking at is the seeds they are sowing in the family. How does that fear affect the children that are growing in that home? And to what extent will those children drink? Will they be like their father, who drinks responsibly? Or will they be worse than their father? That's what we're looking at. We are also looking at their health. Whether you're a good leader or not, you can suffer from cirrhosis. Whether you are lazy or not lazy, you can suffer from cirrhosis because that is an illness that you can suffer from. So the other issue we are looking at, even the whole idea of spending money on beer. You are spending money on beer, which is not profitable, and you are living in a rented house. You are spending money on beer, but you have not paid for your rentals. You have not paid school fees. You have not bought good food, no good clothes for the children. You have not saved the money in the bank, but you are spending money, in the bar, in the beer house. Or sometimes you are staying away. You are a good man, but staying away from your wife and your family. These are things that we are looking at. There is no good reason for drinking beer, which we can tell our children to say, okay, you can drink beer, because beer is good for you in this area. There is, at the moment, in the history of beer, there's nothing good about beer. I would want to see the benefit of beer. That if
I have some benefit.
No, the issue that is there, is that what I know is that sometimes beer can be used as a drug, but it is measured, and the purpose here is to treat that ailment. That's all.
There are some advantages, Shabula, especially to men that are very shy, that are failing to approach women. Once you have at least one sip,
you become brave and Superman.
Not Superman.
And you want to insult the neighbor who has been misbehaving. Kumunwina.
Nachizungu ni chayamba.
Who are you? Do you know me?
Do you know who I am? I mean, but it is we know, and also if you take alcohol in a modest, like not so much where you fail to perform and stuff, actually it even boosts, your sexual desires. You can have. That's why you find that many, they want to indulge themselves. They have to have a little bit of alcohol. You start with a glass of wine, and then you go into a mood, the romantic mood, and that itself, it's a good thing. It's a very, very positive thing than just coming from your sober mind and then you just walk into, you start praying. So the best thing is get a glass of wine and but let's not do it. The problem with us people, we overdo it. Badara, we overdo it. But doctor that have a glass of red wine, just one glass. It's good for your skin, it's good for your heart, it's good for one glass, tenga the whole bottle. How do you, that is where now you kill yourself. So otherwise the alcohol has its own advantages, yes. But when we take it beyond the limit, then we are now abusing it. And then that is where now the problem begins. And all those side effects comes in. And chikwati chasila, ndrama mwamwera za sila, all those things mwamba kwenda mwankara na courage, mwamba kwenda kumaule, mwamba nkara na ma side chicks. It is because we are overdoing it. Mwamba tuka na neighbors. That is over abusing alcohol. Otherwise, alcohol, yes, it has the positive side. And the negative side is, like I said earlier, the negative side of alcohol, they're quite heavy. And most people talk about the negative sides. Like Shabula put it, say there's less. According to him, he said there's nothing. But me, I said there's less advantages of alcohol because people have taken advantage of it and abuse the alcohol. Otherwise, alcohol even sininga less vantu ninga bazo drink it moderately. In my opinion.
Okay. All right.
The problem, CJ, is this. We always say drink responsibly, don't drink excessively. You see that, right?
Yes.
But the problem is this person who has taken beer as his daily bread. You see that? Yeah. Lero amwa, mairo amwa, mairo futa and okumwa mairo. You see that? So by the end of the day, he will become beer addictive. You see that, eh? Why I'm saying so? When you start drinking beer, it's like a driver who have just come out from school, driving school today, and now he's on the road, right? He will start driving his vehicle at maybe 30, 40, eh? Amboendera mu 30, 40. Akaona muzaka amcha overtake chabe, overtake achitika ati, haidi thamaningi motoka, saononga so motoka manje. You see that, right? So, when you finish off a week, you will see that at 40 speedometer, the vehicle is not moving, but at 50. You see that? After a week, a 50 is not a good speedometer, but a 60.
80.
80, I'm offended at 120. So when you become drinking beer each and every day, you're taking beer. Today you start with a cup. Tomorrow 2 cups. The other day 3 cups. Now we've got a bottle. We've got 2 bottles, 3 bottles. CJ, I think you have heard that some of people they're saying, when I drink 7 bottles of beer, that's when the nerve starts. You see that, right? That's beer addictive. You see that? When I reach 10, depending on very imagine you see that?
Yeah.
Kutina ni kore when fike bofunika 15, 17 bottles. You see that, right? These are drunkards now. So if you are taking beer each and every day, you will become beer addictive. So when we say drink responsibly, don't drink excessive. We are saying don't take beer each and every day as like daily bread. No. Have a purpose of taking beer. Why do you want to take beer?
So,
is it a purpose to show people that you are taking beer? Don't show off.
What?
Yes.
What's the purpose ya kumwamua? Sikukolewa.
No. It's not about it being drunk. No, it's not. You know, CJ. You know, CJ. Myself, I do some activities like MC, right? Master of Ceremony. You see that, right? Yeah, there is a lot of people. So for me to do that job, I need to take a sip. You see? I need to take a sip so that you see that, right? That is a purpose because I want to make people feel at the ceremony. Right? Vantu wakafika pa ceremony not waonemunga mubali kumaliro. You see that? That's a purpose I'm taking there. But I will not take the full of bottle of it. Then that's because I want to remove my shyness. No. I'll just take a sip or maybe half a cup. You see that? Because I want to drive my MC as to be to entertain some people who are at the ceremony. And when the ceremony ends, those owners of that ceremony shouldn't say, I have contributed to what has happened. Maybe a bad thing has happened. But people should say, we have driven safely by Mr. MC. I'm amazed with him. You see that? That's our purpose. Because what make people happy.
Now, I want to bring back Evangelist. Last week, the women complained a lot that sometimes uchakoro wazimai uko zingiwa na wazibamba, and we kept on blocking to say apa we're talking about the women. So I would like Evangelist to touch on that cry from the women that some of uchakoro wao is a result of the men. Evangelist.
Yes. Thank you, CJ. Thank you so much. Yes, sometimes it is caused by the husband in the family. One, there are husbands who buy alcohol and put it in the fridge at home. And when they find the time, probably in the evening, they will actually ask their wives to join them in drinking. But the wife will say, no, I don't drink beer. But the husband will start pleading and coercing the wife to begin to drink beer. Or sometimes you're almost forcing her to drink beer. Now, when you begin to do that, you are teaching your wife to be drinking beer, and sometimes become even a drunkard. In other words, the beer that we ask our women to drink beer, actually we are actually teaching them to become alcoholic, or to be drunkards, or just to be drinking beer. And we do not know to what level they will go in drinking beers. We don't know how that beer will ruin their lives, or how that beer will destroy the marriage. We don't look into that. Number two, sometimes men, they will force their women to go out with them to public places where they want to go and shine and show off to their friends that they are married to this beautiful lady. And so they will, because that lady is shy, like somebody put it, they will say, no, we will say, so that my dad, yes,
yeah, choke. So
that my dad so the gentleman is actually forcing the lady to drink beer.
Yes.
Some men, they teach their wives because they spend much of their money into drinking beers. So now because my husband does not bring money or does not save money. So it is in drama is now, yes, but how far are you going to go in drinking beers? So that is one other thing. You know, others see, so that they can also go and commit adultery as a second son, so that they can go and meet a boyfriend because the husband is misbehaving. So that will force the lady into prostitution or into drinking, just because the husband is also doing it. In other words, if he can do it, why can't I do it? God is sitting in the moon too. So there are so many reasons why people do that. And we must understand that, you know, the person that is taught, the person that learns from us, normally they become worse than ourselves. So in most cases, women that have learned drinking from their husbands, they actually become drunkards. They are not even able to cook. They will leave home unprepared and safety place, not safety bed, not done, food not prepared, the house being dirty, they will go and drink. If you follow that history, you find that actually they started as a honeymoon, you know, with a husband. They were drinking just a tot. You know, begin from a tot to the whole bottle, the whole crate, the whole truck and the trailer. Then in the end, this family, this gentleman, will start actually brewing beer in his home. When he started from a toast. So the issue is that indeed men can affect, can influence women negatively, so that they need to drink beers. So we need to be very careful in the way we handle our families. Mind you, your family is a project. Your family is a project. Your project will be in the way it is going to be depending on your behavior. The way you handle it, it will be successful. If you mishandle it, you will find it in troubles. So our families are projects. So we need to be very careful. Let's not look at who is drinking and drinking responsibly. There's nobody. It's difficult to define a person who drinks responsibly. So we need to be very, very careful. So forget about what the other person is doing in the other family. mind about yourself, your own self and your family. Remember, there is cirrhosis, which does not know whether you're educated or not educated, whether you're doing responsibility or not. So that we need to know.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Evangelist. Time seems to be running out, and I'm going to take concluding remarks from each one. I'll start with Wom Kelebai.
Oh, thank you so much. What I can say is that let us not treat our significant others as though they are children that we need to force them to do certain things. We cannot force an adult. When you get married, you get married to an adult, a person that has a free will. One can decide what to do at our own pace, at his own pace, at his own will. Not just because my husband drinks or my wife does not, then I need to do this. We are ourselves in our own individual capacity, and we are adults. When you get married, you go into a contract. You sign a contract, a social contract. And in those contracts, it is entirely up to you, because you've reached a legal age. You can make a decision on whether to ruin your life or whether to make your life easy or your family happy. When you talk about teaching your spouse to drink or teaching your spouse to do other things, it's a choice that the other spouses may have. Others doesn't mean that they cannot say no. Many spouses, many wives, for example, have said no to their husband's demands because that is their right. They are exercising their strength, the right of their own right to decide what to do, what is wrong and right. And they cannot be coerced to do certain things. But if they choose to, and they go ahead and start drinking, it is their choice. It still remains their choice. And that it does not mean that you're forced, you've coerced. Coercion, yes, it may be there where your husband is telling someone, but when that person decides to do those things as an adult, you go ahead and decide to do it, then it is no longer a coercion. You have made a choice to go into that. So every couple, they have the right to do what is right and what is going to work for their marriage. So in a marriage, when you are drinking as a couple, drink responsibly. We say responsibly because we know the dangers. You yourselves as adults, you know the dangers, you know the pros and cons. But when the other person is not drinking and it's only one person, you also must pay attention to your partner that does not drink, how you are affecting their non-drinking attitude or their choices. So it is a catch-22. So finally, I would simply say, let us have the information we have the information on our fingertips. And the choice and the decision really lies on us. Depend on our backgrounds, depend on our self-convictions, we can make the right decisions. If you know that you cannot take alcohol and you feel that taking alcohol may have a lot of side effects in your life, and you feel that conviction is correct, please go ahead and follow that conviction, because it is your decision and nobody else, not even your husband, can coerce you or can tell you to drink or not to drink, or not even your wife can coerce you to drink or not to drink. So just behave responsibly and know your right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mkelebai. Vaabia, Your concluding remarks?
Yeah. Well, when we say married men, we are saying responsible men because they have a responsibility of taking care of their homes. So if you are a husband to someone, you know your duties in your marriage. Don't let beer to make you as a bad husband. Don't let beer to make you as a bad man or a bad father to those children you have. Be in your shoes. Be yourself. Just allow yourself to be a responsible man, a man who cares. You know, don't let beer to have that mind of say, I only care for myself because all these wife, children are my properties. Are your properties, yes, but they want a care from you. Be a good care for them. You know, if you have a cup of glass in your home, do you want really to break it anytime so that you buy another one? No, you keep it safe so that it doesn't break up. It's the same as marriage. Let's handle it with care. When you have children, yes, let's handle these children with care. Because when we expose them to our neighbors, to our communities, they will teach these children bad ideas in home who will not like it as their fathers. So let's be a teacher to our children. To whom tomorrow they'll have a better future. Let's be a friend to our wives in order not tomorrow to complain of us and be in search of another man. So let's be responsible. This is the responsible men we're talking about. So let us not make our wife to start drinking beer just in order to forget about our treatment or just to ati niwaleko mavuta ya minyama nipasa vamuna vanga. You see that? They will make us as a reference. Are you a such type of man? Are you a such type of husband? Then beer is not a good friend for you. So let's desist from beer if beer is not our good friend. So let's not take beer as our daily bread. That is a problem. Remember, don't be a drunkard. Let's drink, yes, but drink with responsibility. Don't drink excessively. That's my submission. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abia. Evangelist, you'll be summarizing and concluding this topic. And as you are doing that, please also mention the possible available avenues of help that a drunkard or alcoholic is able to get.
I want to use a Bible quotation. I think the Bible quotation summarizes this topic very, very well. You can read this from Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1. You can also read it from verse 20, chapter 23, Proverbs chapter 23. The whole chapter talks about alcohol. Now, Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1 says, wine is a mocker. Wine is a mocker. And whoever drinks it is not wise. It's a mocker. We all know what a mocker is, or what mockery is. So in other words, the beer or wine will mock you so that you begin to see strange things. You begin to behave in a strange way. That is the abnormal way. And you start singing songs that are not straight. You begin urinating just, behind the house, from behind the house to where women are. You go and start dancing in a careless way. You even forget how to zipping your trousers. you know, you do crazy things. So the whole issue, you know, God says alcohol or wine is a mocker. So anything that makes us, whatever it is, whether we are comfortable, but if it is going to mock us, then it is not good for us. Because it is going to steal our dignity. It is going to take away our respect. You know, people have got expectations that they want to see in us. But if beer, alcohol, or wine is a mocker, then we are going to be mocked by beer. And when beer mocks us, it means society will mock us. Is that where we want to spend our lives? Is that our afraid that's where we should need to put our lives into? No, not at all. The choice is yours. We may say we should drink responsibly. The issue here is that you may drink responsibly, but the issue here, it is also your health. You have not mentioned your health. What about your health? What about the lessons you are giving to your children? What about the lessons you are giving to your neighbors, to your churchmen, to the body of Christ? So if we view it from the Bible context, there will not be room for beer in our lives. Now, the Bible calls it in chapter 23 of Proverbs, the Bible says actually alcohol is like a serpent. It bites. A serpent. If a drink is compared to a serpent, that it is like a serpent to bite, why should I encourage somebody to drink it? I don't want anybody to be treated by a serpent. But for those that are alcoholic, those who are drinking, you can do a few things. Number one, stay away from alcohol so that you are not tempted. Two, stay away from friends who drink or talk about beer or alcohol because they will tempt you. The other issue is that you keep yourself busy with the people who do not drink beer, with the people who spend their time doing God's work, or just the family. Stay away from things that can tempt you, including those who enjoy women. Stay away from women because you'll be tempted. The moment you find yourself in their company, you'll be tempted. So spend your time with your family. Go and do some work with your family or go and visit with your family. Stay away from alcohol and that will help you. And at the same time, let God help you. You may not be able to do it alone. Let God help you or get some leaders who should talk to you and help you how to stop drinking and how to stay away from beer. You need help, society can help us. Thank you so much for now. It is bye-bye. The choice is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Evangelist. It's been a wonderful 1 hour, 39 minutes that we've been looking at this subject. Viewers, we really appreciate your comments, your contributions, though we haven't read them out, but I'm sure you've seen we've been flashing them on the screen. Please, we are very grateful. Continue interacting with us. If you need any counseling help, if your marriage is on the rocks, you need help, Evangelist Shabula is available. You can contact him on 0977 527 407. You can contact Evangelist Shabula on 0977 527 407. Please do that. He'll be able to help you. You know, when you're having problems, seeking counsel is not weakness. It is actually strength because it will help you get back on track. It's a way of getting help to ensure that you get to where you are supposed to be. I want to thank Vom Kelevai, want to thank Mr. Abia Nyirenda and Evangelist for being part of tonight's show and this great interaction we have had. Well, from me and the Ubuntu team, as well as our director who has been Emmanuel, want to say thank you. Make sure you like and follow our social media platforms, and do make a date for an exciting program of PaNsaka that will be coming next week again. In the meantime, make sure that you stay glued to Ubuntu channel and follow every program that comes every day. Tomorrow at 20 hours, we'll be having Ubuntu Sports, and make sure you make a date for that one as well. From me and everyone, I say good night and God bless.